Hey guys, welcome to this about channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Put the post notification for you to be notified. Like the video and comment if you'd like. Let's get into pop and urban entertainment as we usually do. So Nicki Minaj album has been pushed back to November 17th, which I'm not shocked with the date changing. And she gave this clue last year on Pink Friday too. So let's take a listen.
This album will be the closest thing we'll ever probably get to Pink Friday 2.0, and that's why I keep stressing Pink Friday, because you know, and that might have been
Again, on a tweet delayed, she said, collect call from Dr. Jones, who produced and written I'm the Best on Pink Friday too. So she seems to be going back to those writers and producers, but hopefully to be fired despite who she works with. She's been teasing a tour. Obviously, she'll go on a tour on the first quarter of next year. And she is the only female rapper who has been headlining her own tours. So I'm not shocked. It will definitely happen. She'll be going to South Africa. She wants to be there. Now, my opinion is the date might change again, or it might not change again. Look at the Queen album. It changed like twice or thrice. Again, I feel like this might not be the title. That's my opinion, because of risking it on being linked. She knows the ops are watching. The ops are watching more than her own fans. So she's giving you Pink Friday too, so that you know that the album has a title again, so that it may not get linked. So something about that. Moving on to her Endless Fashion with Lil Uzi. A lot of people are praising it. It samples Blue by FL back in 1998. The same song that has been going a buzz for I Am Good with David Guetta and Baby Rexha. But the song is good. Nicki definitely ate this one out. There's a lot of praises on this song, so it's a very, very good song. You may take a listen. So she name drops Natalie Nani, who I knew her on BET Awards. She seems like a groupie to me, but she's a blogger, a celebrity type of person, but people are saying that she shaded her when she said Natalie Nani, this B-word still cannot chin check me. They feel like chin check is a shade. I may pass on that. I don't think it's a shade at all. She name dropped Messi in a iconic way. She says, when B was test me, it gave Messi like soccer. So we already know the soccer player Messi, and it's a subliminal shot on these other female rappers too. That's my opinion. On another line, she remembers Carl, the one she worked with, and she did a Heaven campaign. She says, I was really in the field with Carl, and now it's Heaven campaign, RIP. Now Carl and she did a Heaven campaign early last year. When Do We Have a Problem actually did drop almost the same time. They kind of sold out, so that was a very good iconic remembering. Again, I want to say congrats to Ice Spice and Nicki. They've now sold 1 million units in the US. Congrats to both women. They deserve it. Now, when she did announce Pink Friday 2, Ariana is seen reposting and commenting under the Snapchat, I believe. And she says, we are ready and grateful, and people want people like Ariana, Rihanna, Beyonce, Drake, Kendrick Lamar to be there, the icons in Pink Friday too. Hopefully it will have iconic features. D and F listers put them aside. That's what most of our fan base want. So we are ready here for Ariana Grande again. Kim Petra did drop an album, and she wants Nicki Minaj to remix King of Hearts. I would love to remix it with Nicki Minaj. I love her so much. She makes any song better. Now I feel like she wants another moment with Nicki Minaj as it happened. Her album though seems like it did not do well, but hopefully people will still support her. Again, she talks about Nicki not having a Grammy, thinking it's unfair. She has shaped culture, which is true. She has shaped mostly the hip-hop culture, and any culture that she types in, she do it respectfully, and change it into her own versatility, because she's that talented. Now Nicki deserves it, we all know that. Everyone knows that. Anyway, moving on to Billboard will no longer count digital download single from artist websites towards Hot 100 starting June 30th. Now, they are panicking and shocking, mumbling and cackling because, Nicki Minaj has been debuting number one for a very long time in the digital sales. And this to me is really not shade. A lot of artists, especially the newer generation, they are not selling digitally at all. They are carried by radio. And now a lot of Barbs and Taylor Swift, BTS, they are claiming they are seeing an end of an era to pure sales. So you ought to think about that. As for other fan bases, they think it does not affect them. Most of the time the body gang, they rely on payola going to the radio. That's what they rely on. So I'm not shocked. They once say they're never going to be supporting an artist going broke because of an artist after they saw how the Barbs were going very hard on Nicki Minaj to have that number one digital song sale because she deserves it. So I'm not shocked, but they are slow as slots. No shade. Moving on to Rihanna, one of her songs, 4-5 Seconds with Kanye West and Paul McCartney, has reached the billion club stream. So congrats to her, making her the only female artist with 10 songs reaching this milestone. So congrats to her. She did, react to it. Very rare for Rihanna to be reacting on her music achievement, but this is the first female artist to do so in history. So she's going to be reacting in 7 years without dropping any song or even an album. And Nicki Minaj was freestyling on the comments. So good for her. Congrats to her. Moving on to Beyonce, she has now made history at the Renaissance World Tour. The first leg has grossed over 150 million with only 21 shows. Congrats to Queen Bee. The Taylor Swift were bringing up that Taylor has done 22 shows and they have grossed 300 million. There's a difference in tickets. Both of their tickets are expensive, but Taylor Swift take it to higher notch, and her fans still buy it. But Beyonce is the first black woman to do so. So congrats to Beyonce. Again, there was a list of top highest grossing tours by a black artist of all time, and then Beyonce is number one. I'm not shocked, with her husband Drake. Then Rihanna followed, and Miss Tina Turner, rest in peace, she's the fifth one. But congrats to all of them touring and making this money for themselves. For the society, sometimes they chip in and help doing charity work. Good for them. On Beyonce part, there's an alleged trademark that she is planning to do, or she has already done it. Now, Ecoville, a word that has been seen on her Renaissance tour visuals. I don't know whether this is the hair product or makeup something. She's coming with other products coming on the way, and hopefully for her beehives will be supporting very soon. So let me think about that. Do you think that is suitable for a trademark of a product, of a hair product, or anything that she'll be planning to do? Or what do you think that Ecoville type of product could be? On Chloe Bailey, she said to appear on the Tiny Desk. A lot of people in the comments were saying about Tiny Desk being for legends. I don't know how true that is. Maybe it's for legends. Kendrick Lamar was there, J. Cole was there too. So I feel like we already know who she is signed to. So definitely she's going to be on the Tiny Desk. Moving on to DojaCat, she has said her tour, it's more or less as the tour dates that I already saw, and it seems like her and Doechii are going half dates. Now they're like almost 32, and they're not going at the same time. So Doechii has 11 dates, and seems like Ice Spice has 12 dates. But it's a good idea that she's giving out these dates. People could buy even before the album dropped. So album could be on August, like I speculated already. On CardiB, she's hopping on her 7th remix since last year. Point Me to the Slots by Fendi the rapper. So let me think about that. Poor thing, she was supposed to drop a single when Put It on the Floor will debut on top 15, which it did at number 13. But now the fans are questioning, why are you remixing a remix on top of another remix? But she has to do what she has to do. She's panicked, she's shocked. She is looking at Nicki Minaj, who has been dropping and still doing debuts of top 10. So she definitely has to put something out. Talk of Charts predicts Young Thug Business is Business, 11 tracks to debut on Billboard 100. Congrats to her, but I feel like this is a low number. There were like many legends and many good rappers on the album, so hopefully Nicki Minaj is one of the 11 tracks. No problem. And no shade when I say Ghana did the same 11 tracks, and yet Ghana is a snitch. Allegedly he snitched on Young Thug so that he could be freed. So you can't do the same numbers as somebody who already snitched on you. That's my opinion. That's my point. Moving on to every song is platinum or higher. Congrats to her. So your team think about today's topics. If you don't mind, your opinion, your view, the way you see things differently. Thank you for watching. Love.